I'm sure I feared your coach had been overturned or you'd been attacked by robbers.
Nonsense. We made very good time. How do you do, Fanny?
Oh, very ill, Edward, very ill. No one knows what I suffer with my nerves.
Well,
But then I never complain.
Well, that's a fine way of it, Fanny. Very good. Very good.
What have you got there? Have you brought us a present?
Lydia.
I see you've not changed, Lydia.
Why? Have I not grown?
I can never think but good sense.
Oh, my poor Jane. I would not have you think I blame poor Jane at all.
Who could blame poor Jane for the matter? She's the dearest girl in the world.
She did her best.
She would have got Bingley if she could.
Oh, she would. She did her best, and no one could do any more than that. But oh, sister, when I think about Lizzy,
It must be very hard, sister.
oh, it is. It's very hard to think she could have been Mr. Collins' wife by now.
That would have given you such comfort.
Oh, those Lucases are such artful people. They're all out for what they can get.
May I present Mr. Wickam to you, Aunt?
I understand you come from Derbyshire, Mr. Wickam.
Indeed, I do, ma'am. Do you know the country?
Oh, very well. I spent some of the happiest years of my life in Hampton.
But that is not 5 miles from where I grew up in Pemberley.
Pemberley. Oh, surely Pemberley is the most handsome house in Derbyshire, and consequently the whole world.
I see you take my view of things, ma'am. And are you acquainted with the family?
No, not at all.
I had the fortune to be the protege of old Mr. Darcy. He was the very best of men, Mrs. Gardiner. I wish you could have known him.
Let's have a dance now. I long for a dance. Mary, play Grimstock. When do you go into Kent?
We shall spend the wedding night at Rita's Lodge and then travel to Huntsford on Friday. You will write to me, Lizzy? I believe I'm not likely to leave Kent for some time. I shall depend on hearing from you very often.
Then you certainly shall.
My father is to come to you in March, Lizzy. Will you promise to come with him? Indeed, you will be as welcome as he will. And you could stay longer than he's able to.
Well, then how could I refuse? But I'll only come if you guarantee me a glimpse of the famous chimney feast in Rosings Park.
That, I think, you could scarcely avoid, even if you wished to.
Who's that girl dancing with Mr. Wickam? Her name is Vera King. She's come to stay with her uncle in Meryton. Oh, she is not very pretty, is she?
Beauty is not the only virtue. She's just inherited a fortune of £10,000, I would say.
Now that is a double virtue.
It is very hard, very hard. I might almost feel sorry for Lizzy.
Who can we just pursue? Mary came all the way to Barnet just for her £10,000. I wish someone would die and leave me £10,000. Then all the officers would be violently in love with me.
I'm sure they would be, Kitty, my dear. I'm sure they would be.
Did you think her pretty, Mama?
Oh, no, indeed. She has nothing to any of you.
Poor Wickam. How he must be suffering.
heard you were going to Kent. I felt I could not let you leave without calling to see you once.
I'm very glad you did. I've missed our conversations. Here I am to congratulate you on your forthcoming betrothal to Miss King.
I think you must despise me.
Oh, indeed I do not. Believe me. I understand, as in my youngest sisters are not yet able to, that handsome young men must have something to live on as well as the plain ones.
I wish you would believe me, Miss Bennet. Had circumstances been different.
Had Mr. Darcy never had a son? Oh yes, but life is full of these trials, as my sister Mary reminds us daily. I sincerely wish you every happiness in the world.
You're very forbearing.
I flatter myself I am. I think Jane would be quite proud of me.
I hope you and I, at least, will always be good friends.
I'm sure we will, Mr. Wickam.
Sir William, Cousin Elizabeth, I am truly honored to be able to welcome you to my humble abode.
My dear Mr. Collins.
I'm happy to see you, Elizabeth.
And I you.
I would be surprised if we do not get an invitation shortly from Lady Catherine. We dine at Rosings Park twice every week, and I'm never allowed to walk home.
That is generosity itself, isn't it, Monsieur?
Oh, well, she is kindness itself. Nothing is too small to be beneath your notice, is it not, my dear?
She's a very attentive neighbor.
Now, her ladyship's carriage is regularly ordered for us. I should say, one of her ladyship's carriages, for she has several. And now, Sir William, you were kind enough to express a wish to see my gardens.
Mr. Collins tends the gardens himself and spends a good part of every day in them.
The exercise must be beneficial.
Well, yes. I encourage him to be in his garden as much as possible. And then he has to walk to Rosings nearly every day.
So often. Is that necessary?
Perhaps not. But I confess, I encourage him in that as well.
Walking must be very beneficial exercise.
Oh, indeed, it is. And when he is in the house, he is mostly in his bookroom, which affords a good view of the road whenever Lady Catherine's carriage should drive by.
And you prefer to sit in this parlor?
Yes. So it often happens that a whole day passes in which we have not spent more than a few minutes in each other's company.
I see.
I find that I can bear the solitude very cheerfully. I find myself quite content with my situation, Lizzy.
Well, your friend seems a very genteel, pretty sort of girl, Mrs. Collins. Her father's estate is entailed upon Mr. Collins, I understand.
Yes, ma'am, I am, and
Do you have any brothers and sisters, Miss Bennet?
Yes, ma'am. I am the second of 5 sisters.
Are any of your younger sisters out?
Yes, ma'am. All of them.
All? All of them at once? The younger ones out before the older are married? Your youngest sisters must be very young indeed.
Yes, ma'am. The youngest is not 16.
Well,
She is fully young to be out in much company, but really, ma'am, I think it would be really hard upon your younger sisters not to have their share of society and amusement, simply because their elder sisters have not the means or inclination to marry early. Wouldn't you agree, Sir William?
Well,
upon my word, you give your opinion very decidedly for so young a person. Pray, how old are you?
With 3 younger sisters grown up, your ladyship can hardly expect me to own it.
Miss Bennet, you cannot be more than 20, I am sure. Therefore, there is no need me to conceal your age.
I am not 1 in 20.
Mrs. Collins, did I tell you that Lady Betkoff called on me the other day, thanking me for sending her Miss Pope? You have given me a treasure, said she. Yes, yes.
It is beautiful. I think I could grow as fond of these woods and hills as you have, Charlotte.
You have been here for 3 weeks, and already we have dined at Rosings Park 6 times. I would never have expected it to be so many.
No, nor I.
My dear, Cousin Elizabeth, Mr. Darcy has arrived at Rosings, and with him, his cousin, Colonel Fitzwilliam, the youngest son of the Earl of Matlock. And the gentlemen have vouchsafed us the greatest honor. They are coming to call on us at the parsonage.
When, my dear?
As we speak, they are hard upon my heels. Make haste, make haste.
I think this must be due to you, Lizzie. Mr. Darcy would never have come so soon to wait upon me.
You're mistaken, Charlotte, for I know he dislikes me as much as I do him.
Oh, make haste.